you're crying, it's a sign of the times. Welcome to the final show. Hope you're wearing your best clothes. You can't bribe the door on your way to the sky. You look pretty good down here, but you ain't really good. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets. Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times. We gotta get away from here. We gotta get away from here. Just stop your crying, it'll be alright. They told me that the end is near. We gotta get away from here. Just stop the crying, have the time of your life. Breaking through the atmosphere. Yeah, things look pretty good down here. Remember, everything will be alright. We could meet again somewhere far away from here. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets. Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times. We gotta get away from here. We gotta get away from here. Just stop your crying, it'll be alright. They told me that the end is near. We gotta get away from here. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets. We never learned we've been here before. Why are we always stuck and running from the bullets? The bullets. We don't talk enough. We should open up before it's all too much. Will we ever learn? We've been here before. It's just what we know. Stop your crying, it's a sign of the times. We gotta get away. Gotta get away. We gotta get away. We got to, gotta get away. We got to get away. Gotta get away.
Quick, what movie is that song from?
There's a little rock.
Project Hail Mary. Yeah, one of my favorite movies. Thank you, Scott, for letting it all hang out there. That was fantastic. That's good. So we'll watch out for the bullets. Okay, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Karen Darling, come up and light our candle for today. Let me give you You okay?
Yes.
All right. There it goes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. There we go.
Thank you.
Wherever there is light, there is illumination. Wherever there is light, there is an aha. Wherever there is light, there is clarity. Wherever there is light, there is wise decisions. Wherever there's light, there's a lot of good stuff going on. So we're starting out from scratch here with light, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Good morning. KP is with the kids today, so I'm filling in here. God is love. Today we celebrate the love of father and child. In February, we celebrated the love between individuals. And in May, we celebrated the love of mother and child. These are the best reflections we have of love, and by far our most important human experiences. However, remember that we are all one in God's love, and that our human experience of love is just the faintest echo, the dimmest reflection of God's love for us. Human love is but the dimmest star in the night sky compared to the full noon sun of God's love for creation. Love between humans is always limited by the human experience itself. Divine love has no such limitations. Indeed, from our human perspective, we have little conception of just how much we are loved by the divine. Jesus often directed his prayers to Abba, which usually gets translated as Father. However, linguists think it's closer, more personal, something more like Daddy or Papa. Imagine having such a close, personal relationship with your Creator. Being that we are all God's representatives on earth, on the earthly plane, let us strive to be conduits for God's love here on earth. We bless the fathers that we celebrate today, all those in the greater congregation, Scott, our musicians, Reverend David, and all those volunteers who make this service possible. We release this prayer into the divine mind, knowing that it is already done. We are grateful for all who are conduits of divine love and for all our opportunities to be that conduit. And so it is. Amen.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to everybody here in person and all those joining us online to Unity Spiritual Center, Spokane. Hey, this is a 2 for Sunday. Happy Father's Day and happy first day of summer. Right on. My name is Alan Basson, and I'll be your platform assistant this morning. This would be a great time to silence those cell phones. I'd like to begin by acknowledging anybody who might be here for the first time today. We really love having you here, and if this is your first visit, our ushers will bring you a welcome packet of information about Unity, and in that packet, there's a coupon for a free beverage from our barista stand. So if anybody here for the first time, please raise your hand, keep it up so our ushers can see you. Right on. Well, we hope you enjoy the service and that you'll stay after to chat or have a bite to eat in our fellowship hall. We'd really like to encourage visitors to come for a few Sunday services. It's a nice chance to really learn who we are and get an idea of our different messages, music, and meditation. Also, please know that whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey of transformation, you're welcome here. As always, let's begin with our opening statement of affirmation. Together, we affirm, there is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. Today, we are excited to have Reverend David McClure here with us, and his message is holding on and letting go. And our music today is provided by Joe McNeely and Scott Jameson. Now please join our song leaders, Lori and Rick, as we start off with a community song. That community song will be followed by a meet and greet with the people in your near vicinity.
So please stand if you're able and join us.
May the peace of God be with you everywhere you go. May you ever feel the presence. May you always know wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Salam, namaste, shalom. May the love of God be with you everywhere you go. May you ever feel the Spirit. May you always know wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Salam, namaste, shalom. May the joy of God be with you everywhere you go. May you ever feel the wonder. May you always know wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Salam, namaste, shalom. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Salam, namaste, shalom.
All right, everybody, get your seats. Hello. Have a seat. Boy, this is like herding cats to get you to sit down. Come on. All right. Now it's time for our special music with Scott Jameson and Joe McNeely.
Girl, she puts the color inside of my world. But she's just like a maze where the walls all continually change. And I've done all I can, stood on the steps with my heart in my hand. But I'm starting to see, maybe it's got nothing to do with me. So fathers, be good to your mothers. Mothers will love like you do. Girls become lovers and maybe someday mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Oh, you see that skin? It's the same one she's been standing in since the day she swam walking away. Now she's left cleaning up the mess that she leaves. So fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Someday, lady mothers, so mothers, be good to your daughters too. Can break, find out how much they can take. Boys will be strong. They've been gone without the warmth of a woman. Good, good, good love. On behalf of every man, looking out for every girl, you are the guide and the weight of her world. So fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Girls will be lovers, someday maybe mothers. So fathers, be good to your daughters too. Mothers, be good to your daughters too. Mothers, be good to your daughters too.
You better be good. Thank you, Scott and Joe. That was fabulous. Thank you. Is this a beautiful day or what? I'll leave my cane over here. Now let's take a few moments to enter the world of meditation. Let's begin by taking a deep breath as we travel. We're going to travel to a room inside our mind. There's a room inside your mind that you seldom visit. The sign on the door to this room says, letting go. And in the past, we may have hesitated to open this door because we know how hard letting go is. And we're possibly afraid of what might be the consequences if we were to totally let go of something or someone. But the thing you may have forgotten about entering the room called letting go is that as you pass through this room, you are led to another door. And the sign on this door, which is already open, is called happiness. So here's the thing. If right here and right today you are willing to let go a little bit, you can have a little bit of happiness. And if you're up for it, if you let a lot go, you will have a lot of happiness. And if you let go completely, well, no telling how free you will be. Letting go is one of the key essentials for living a wise and healthy life. And that's because letting go gives us a clear path to freedom. It's only by letting go of things like hopes and fears, the past, and the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves. And when we quiet these and open our heart, the path to freedom stands before us. We have a saying that we use a lot here at Unity, which says simply, let go and let God. And whether you believe this or not, you and I need never ever fear letting go. And that's because the moment we do indeed let go, reserves of energy and wisdom and strength, joy and happiness rush in to set us free. And whether you believe this or not, when you truly let go, you never lose anything or anyone. Not really. Not ever. All that is good about you, all the good about your loved ones, and all the good about life comes back into focus, front and center in your life. To let go is to release the images and emotions, the grudges and the fears, the clinging and the disappointments of the past that may have bound your spirit. It's like emptying a cup, which then leaves us free to receive anew, refreshed, sensitive, and awake. So right here and right now, let go and let this magnificent universe take over. And so now we leave this room marked "Let Go." But we know that we will return here often and never, ever be afraid to go in this room again. And so it is. Amen. As we have been informed, today is Father's Day, and so I would like anyone in this room who is a father to stand up so we can celebrate you right here and right now. Stand up, dads. Would you believe that Jesus walked into another bar? He walks into this bar and he looks around the room and notices an elderly man with a white beard who seems vaguely familiar to him. Could it be? Could this man be my father Joseph? So Jesus walks over to the table and asks this man, "Sir, may I ask you one question? Did you ever by any chance have a son?" "Why, yes," said the old man, "but he wasn't my biological son. He was born by a miracle, by the intervention of magic being sent from the heavens." "Well, that's very interesting," said Jesus. "Did this boy ever fight temptation?" "Oh, yes, many times," answered the old man. "But he eventually won. Unfortunately, he heroically died at one point, but then he came back to life shortly thereafter." Jesus could hardly believe it. Could this be his father? "One last question," Jesus said. "Were you ever a carpenter?" "Why, yes," replied the old man. "Yes, I was." Jesus rubbed his eyes and reached out his arms and said, "Dad." And the old man rubbed his eyes, reached out his arms, and replied, "Pinocchio." I'll probably get some letters around that one. Today is Father's Day. There's a story that Jesus goes to God and says, "Happy Father's Day, Dad." And God replies, "Why, Jesus, how wonderful, thank you. You remembered." And Jesus said, "Yeah, I remembered, but I didn't know what to get you because you have everything." And God turns and winks at the camera and says, "Why, give me omnipresence, of course." Let that one sit with you a bit. Father's Day falls on the third Sunday in June to honor the role that fathers play in the family structure and society. And this day recognizes not just fathers, but father figures in our lives. And in case you've forgotten this, it was first proposed by a woman named Sonora Smart Dodd, who lived in none other than River City, Spokane, Washington. And there's the house where Father's Day started for the entire world. It was originally celebrated at the YMCA on June 19th in 1910 by Mrs. Dodd, who was born in Arkansas. Her father, a Civil War veteran, William Jackson Smart, was a single parent who successfully raised his 6 children. And perhaps the greatest thing about this is that it continues today. This reminds me on Father's Day of the parable that Jesus gave, which is probably the most popular of his parables. It's a story found in the Gospel of Luke, and we traditionally know this story as the prodigal son. But I prefer to call this story the loving father. And the reason I do this is because I want to see that this is not just a story of a wayward son. It's the story of a father's relentless and unconditional love. It's a story not only of holding on, but one of letting go. Think back on your own life for a moment. And think about what being brought up in your family was like. Were you controlled and hampered by your parents? Or were you encouraged to be all that you could be? Did they allow you to fully express yourself? Or did they allow you to turn your page here? How about your parenting skills? You who have children, would you say that your children were tied to your apron strings? Not being able to make a move without checking with you, consulting you, or were they footloose and fancy-free? Have they flown the coop, or are they out there in the world with your blessing, doing whatever they choose to do and making choices and decisions on their own? And are you standing by just in case you are needed? The most remarkable thing about this story is, while it's called the parable of the prodigal son, I believe that this story is much more about the parable of the loving father. A son goes out to his father and says, "Dad, I want to go out on my own now. I want to explore, to expand my horizons. I want a chance at freedom." And being the kind of father that he was, which was one who trusted the universe totally and utterly and loved his son unconditionally, he gives his son his portion of his inheritance and sends him off on a journey of discovery. And here's a father who knew that sometimes love means letting go, even when it's not what Dad had in mind, even if it hurts him to have to let him go. Everyone in this room, whether male or female, whether father, mother, friend, or partner, has had at some appointed time in your life been confronted with a set of circumstances where you had to choose to let go of someone, either reluctantly or joyously, so that they could live their own life and make their own choices and follow their own path. The father in Jesus' parable apparently respected his son's freedom, knowing that forced obedience never makes for a good, true relationship. Hopefully, you who are parents, husbands, wives, children, and friends have learned that lesson as well. Especially when it comes to parenting, there are moments when we have no other choice but to release control and trust the universe as our loved one journeys on and away. Sometimes that journey is short and sweet, and sometimes it is long, and sometimes that journey is still continuing today. Now, as we know in Jesus' story, he let his son go, and his son ended up eating with the pigs in the corn patch. And that's a symbol of utter disgrace for a Jewish family. And perhaps you've had to live with the news that your child has disappointed you, that your child has even disgraced you and your family. And perhaps it is you that were a disappointment to those who trusted and loved you. I know I had some shaky times in my life. My parents weren't that happy with me. But in the parable, the father doesn't move on. He doesn't give up. He waits. He waits. So let me ask you this. How long is your waiting limit when someone you love is trying to get their act together? How long will you wait? A year? 5 years? Or for as long as it takes? Another name for waiting, believe it or not, is prayer. Waiting signifies never giving up on someone. And most of all, it signifies a readiness to give another chance, another opportunity, to forgive, to act and to run towards instead of away from the one who has had their chance at independence. Imagine, if you will, you're standing at your front window and you're gazing out at the horizon, and days have turned into weeks and weeks into months. The one you love has gone, not just physically, but perhaps in your heart and spirit as well. And then one day, you see a figure in the distance, and your heart skips. Could it be? Without thinking, you run, not walk, to meet him. And that's the picture that Jesus paints in the Gospel of Luke, where this parable is written. And so on this Father's Day, I'm asking each one of you, whether father, son, mother, daughter, friend, or coworker, is there something or someone you are holding on to rather tightly right now? Is there someone you need to relax, to release and let go? That's my dad. He was a dapper fellow, debonair kind of guy who loved his mom. He loved my 2 brothers and me and my sister with a love that empowered us to be all that we could be and choose to be. I remember going to him one day and telling him that I decided to choose a career in radio and television. He said, "Super, that's great, Dave." But after I got the call to become a Unity minister instead of a broadcaster, instead of saying, but David, you said you were going to go into radio and TV. You could be another Lorne Greene or Walter Cronkite. He didn't say that, though. He looked at me straight in the eye and he said, that's super, Dave. Go for it. He was always willing to let go of his agenda and trust in mine. He always let me be me. So the question is this: what is the real meaning of Father's Day? When asked how to define Father's Day, a boy responded, well, it's just like Mother's Day, only you don't spend as much. But the greatest gift a father or mother or brother or sister or friend can give to the people in our lives is to live up to the example of that father in Jesus' parable. To have a heart that gives in but never gives up. A heart that is always letting go and letting God be God in and through your loved one. To have a heart big enough to trust that our children, our friends, and even persons on our planet, all of them have a destiny of their own that, whether we know it or not, is being led by Spirit. A destiny that we can trust. And whether we are fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, this story, this parable is an invitation to each one of us that when we're ready to come home to a God, God always runs to greet us. When you're ready to touch bases with God, God is already running towards you. Home is a universe that never gives up on you. Never. This business of holding on or letting go has even larger implications for us than just our relationship with our children or our relationship with others. It has to do with the way we live the rest of our lives. Beginning on Tuesday, July 7th, I'll be teaching a 5-week class on a new book by acclaimed author Michael Singer. The book is entitled Wisdom Untethered. And in this book, there is a chapter that's simply entitled Letting Go. We all know what holding on is like. Holding on to something or someone. But where we often have the most difficulty is with this thing called letting go. Wisdom Untethered presents us with an invitation to stop struggling and start allowing. It invites us to remove everything that stands between us and the boundaries of our freedom, which are unbound, and our true freedom and our true self is unlimited. It speaks of that place in you where unconditional love, inner stillness, and vibrant energy flow naturally and eternally. I've read and taught many of Mr. Singer's books, and this one really blew me away. He explores the universal struggles that we all face and the need that we think we have to control things, the fear of change, letting go and surrendering, and the illusion that peace lies somewhere outside of ourselves. So there's the class. If you're interested, it'll be on Tuesdays, 10 a.m. to 11:30. Now, with clarity and compassion in this book, Singer reveals that spiritual growth isn't about fixing anybody. It isn't about fixing your outer life. It's about releasing what blocks you from the love and clarity and freedom that is already within you. You came equipped with all that equipment. Singer has written, as I say, a number of books, and he always uses this same theme, which is untethering. Most of us, when we think of a tether, we think of tying up a horse so that it won't wander off. But untether would mean to set one free from whatever is holding us back or tying us up. In Jesus' parable, it was the loving Father who had sufficient love and sufficient faith to untether his son from himself so his son could strike out on his own and explore the universe ahead of him. Singer illuminates how every challenge, whether in relationships or work or in our own mind, can become a doorway to awakening. Life itself is the ultimate teacher, and it presents us with daily opportunities to let go, daily opportunities to relax and release and untether ourselves and go to the calm center of our being. So if you're struggling, if you're holding on to anyone or anything at this point in your life, the thing that stands between you and boundless freedom is your true exploratory self. A self that is unconditional with love, inner stillness, and inner peace. This is what he writes in the book. Is a chapter called Letting Go. Letting go is simply the act of relaxing in the face of your own reactive energy and then leaning back away from the pull of the reaction. The tendency for most of us is to come forward and deal with the disturbance, but I, meaning Singer, says instead, relax your shoulders, relax your heart, relax your abdominal area. And do this instead of engaging this situation with all your thoughts and emotions. So I look forward to exploring this book with you. I ran across a line in the Course in Miracles the other day that to me confirms the importance of thoroughly understanding how deeply we are loved by our spiritual Father. And this is the line from the book. Until now, I wholly know that every fiber of my being, how valuable I am, I will be unable to understand anything and will continue to hold on to life for dear life. Hold on to life for dear life. So when we don't see ourselves as unconditionally, wholeheartedly loved by our divine parent, it's virtually impossible to walk out into this world unguarded and secure. So until that sinks in, we continue to hold on to everything and everyone for dear life. I've got to hold on to this. And we continue to tether ourselves and other people in fear and in doubt. And finally, Singer writes, when your sincere intent, no matter what it is to let go, everything helps and previously unknown resources come to your assistance, and all of life becomes your path home. So I invite you on this Father's Day to kick back and relax. Let annoyances pass through you and out the other end. Notice that you are the one that is noticing the disturbance, but you are also the disturbance itself. So just relax. Cool your jets and let go. Start practicing letting go of holding on each day and every day. And if you do this, you will find the more difficult things that you've been holding on to will begin to fall away. God bless you.
All right, now it's time for love offering. If you are a first-time visitor here, there's no need for you to donate into the bucket as it comes by you. Just know that you are our guest here. As you can see on the screen, there are 4 ways that you can donate. The love offering bag will come around. You can text a financial gift to the phone number you see on the screen, mail a check to 2900 South Bernard, or scan the QR code on the screen and give that way. By the way, did you know that as a church we tithe 10% of our money we receive as love offerings for every month? The board chooses which nonprofit organization to give to. And this month we are giving it to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Please join me in our love offering blessing. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I live and receive. I give thanks for the death that is mine to share.
1, 2, 3, 4.
To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. Time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, and a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And time for every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather all the stones back together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time where you may embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time of love, a time of hate, a time of peace. I swear it's never too late.
Spirit of God, we want to take a moment to say thank you for these gifts. They are important to the church, of course, and we appreciate it deeply. And what's more important yet is that we all take the opportunity to say thank you for the growing sense of love that we are developing and the Christ consciousness within all of us. And so it is. Amen. I want to thank Reverend David for his talk today. Good job. And Scott Jameson and Joe McNeely, thank you guys. We'd also like to thank our chaplains. Barbara led the meditation before service. Al read the prayer at the beginning of the service. Lynn has been holding the entire service in prayer, and Pat will stay after and pray with anybody down front here that needs that. You can also request prayer support by filling out the form in the seat pocket in front of you and putting it in our prayer box at the back of the sanctuary as you exit on the left, and there's also one out around the atrium. Not only silent unity, but our chaplains here will pray over your prayers for 30 days. Whenever anyone asks you, so what exactly is unity and what's it all about? You can always give them this short speech about our unity statement for peace. Why don't we all say it together? Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, only one power and one presence of God. And that God loves each one of us equally. We encourage you to sign up for our email newsletter to learn more about our upcoming classes and events. You can sign up for e-news by scanning the QR code you see on the screen or on our website at unityspokane.org. We would also like to connect with you on all the social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Just search Unity Spiritual Center Spokane and you'll find us. All right, how about now a little news you can use? You have no choice, you have to listen. Unity had a booth at the Summer Parkways get-together this last Tuesday. And at that booth, we had children and adults write down their answers to this. What does peace taste, smell, and look like to you? We also asked, what would bring more world peace? So behind the bulletin board, the table out there in the treat section on the bulletin board, they posted some of the answers. So take a look at it on your way down. Auditions for The Guys. The Guys is an award-winning play on Broadway, and it's a true story about a fire chief who lost 8 men in the tragedy of 9/11. We are going to be performing it here at Unity September 10th through 13th, which is the 25th anniversary of 9/11. So the auditions to be in this play will be on July 8th and 9th at 6 p.m. in the sanctuary. There are roles for 1 man and 1 woman. So come out and try out for the play. We need you. On Saturday, July 11th, Megan Robinson will be conducting another sound bath. If you haven't tried a sound bath before, it's a way to calm your mind and relax your body. I encourage everyone to give it a try. Next Sunday, our spiritual leader, Dennis, will be talking about a topic with a fascinating title, The Flower is Already in the Seed. The music will be by Hannah Siglin and Scott Jameson. It'll be a nice Sunday. Right now, let's welcome in our youth. Little traveling music, Doctor? welcome, kids. All right, let's get our hands warmed up and give them the children's blessing. Be the love you are, sing the song you hear, share your joy of life with people far and near. And from all of us, be the love we are, sing the song we hear, share our joy of life with people far and near. All right, kids, head on back to who brought you? Or find a new family, I don't know. I'd like to invite you all to please stand as you are able and say our prayer for protection, followed by the peace song. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth.
Begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternal.